Born on February 23, 1995 in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, to Olympic sprinter Marita Payne Wiggins and former NBA player Mitchell Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins began playing basketball at the age of 9. At the time, he was 5'7". He dunked for the first time at the age of 13, and when he grew to be 6'6", he started a backboard at a Durfin Clark Community Center in Vaughan. Andrew Wiggins would move and attend the very prestigious Huntington Prep University in 2011, where he became one of the best players in the country. By his senior year, he was considered the best player in the country, winning Naismith Prep Player of the Year and Gatorade National Player of the Year. He was also named Mr. Basketball. He was a McDonald's All-American, and he tied with Julius Randle for the leading scorer in that game with 19 points. Andrew Wiggins would attend the University of Kansas with another highly touted prospect, Joel Embiid. At Kansas, Andrew Wiggins would average 17 points per game, 5 rebounds a game, and shoot 34% from the three-point line. He was a finalist for the John R. Wooden Men's Basketball Player of the Year, and he was named a finalist for the Naismith College Player of the Year. If he would have won those awards, he would have joined Kevin Durant and Anthony Davis as only the third freshman to ever win that award. Andrew Wiggins had garnered a lot of comparisons to guys like Tracy McGrady and Kobe Bryant as an athletic scoring wing player, and was viewed as a potential superstar on the next level. However, some believe that Andrew Wiggins was not going to be the first overall pick going into that draft. Many believe that his college teammate, Joel Embiid, mentioned earlier, would be the first overall pick. However, Andrew Wiggins would be the first overall pick by the Cleveland Cavaliers. He was the second Canadian to ever be drafted first overall, following the infamous Anthony Bennett just a year prior.
With the first pick in the 2013 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Anthony Bennett of Toronto, Canada, and the University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
Whoa! Reese, I need medical help. The look of shock on your face. Oh my God!
August 23rd, 2014, the Cleveland Cavaliers traded Andrew Wiggins and Anthony Bennett in a 3-team trade involving the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Philadelphia 76ers. The Minnesota Timberwolves received Andrew Wiggins and Anthony Bennett, as well as Thaddeus Young from the Sixers. The Cavaliers received all-star power forward Kevin Love, while the Sixers received Rukin Bahamute and Alexei Sved, as well as a 2015 first-round pick from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Many believe this was a move because LeBron wanted to play with Kevin Love, and he didn't want to have to wait for Wiggins to develop. Many believe that if this trade did not go down, LeBron would not have returned to Cleveland. This would make Andrew Wiggins the second first overall pick, alongside Chris Webber, to not play a single game for the team he was drafted by. As a rookie, Andrew Wiggins would average 16.9 points per game, 4.6 rebounds a game, 2.1 assists per game, 1 steal per game, shooting 43.7% from the field, 31% from 3, 76% from the line, and overall played all 82 games and played 36 minutes per game. Andrew Wiggins will be named Rookie of the Year. Many believe that he had all the makings to be a superstar in the near future. With the first overall pick in the 2015 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves would select Karl Anthony Towns, a big man out of Kentucky. Andrew Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns will be the first pair of rookies since Bob McAdoo and Ernie DeGregorio to be back-to-back Rookie of the Years. This has had a high precedent for both of them, as many believe that these two would lead the Timberwolves into the future, a bright future that they have been waiting for since the days of Kevin Garnett. In his second season, Andrew Wiggins would average 20.7 points per game, 3.6 rebounds per game, 2 assists per game, while shooting 45.9% from the field and 76.1% from the free throw line. In his third season, Andrew Wiggins would average 23.6 points per game, 4 rebounds a game, 2.3 assists per game, shoot 45.2% from the field, 35.6% from the three-point line, 76% from the line, and he had 5 40-point games and scored a career-high 47 points against the Lakers. You could argue that his third season has been the best season of his career so far, as his career would take a downfall after this season. In the 2017 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves will trade their 7th overall pick, Zach LaVine, the 13th overall pick from the 2014 NBA Draft, and Chris Dunn, the 5th overall pick from the 2016 NBA Draft, in exchange for Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler was a proven two-way star for the Chicago Bulls, and he was supposed to help the development of guys like Karl-Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. He was supposed to be the leader of them and help them grow and improve their game, especially on the defensive end, something that both Karl-Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins struggled with early on in their careers. And you may argue that they still struggled with this to this day. While the addition of Jimmy Butler helped the team, leading them to their first winning season since 2005 and their first playoff appearance since 2004, Andrew Wiggins would see a decline in his stats. This was to be expected, as someone had to take the backseat with Jimmy Butler coming in. Jimmy Butler was viewed as a more established player than Andrew Wiggins, and many believed Karl-Anthony Towns was a better player than Andrew Wiggins. So for his stats to go to 17.7 points per game, 4.4 rebounds a game, and 2 assists per game were expected. However, shooting 43.8% from the field while taking the most shots on the team was viewed as a concern. It was being very clear that Andrew Wiggins had declined, and it was becoming more of an inefficient shot sucker than becoming an efficient scorer in the third option role. Following a first-round exit to the Houston Rockets, chemistry problems over the offseason, the infamous practice that Jimmy Butler took a bunch of third stringers and beat the starters, and eventually Jimmy Butler's trade to the Philadelphia 76ers, you would expect Andrew Wiggins' stats to go back up to what they were in his third season, right? No. I'm tired of bringing up stats and saying them all the time, so here are his stats, look at them if you want. You know how many people would, die to have Andrew Wiggins' talent? A lot. A lot of people would die to have Andrew Wiggins' talent. That's how good he is. People will say he's overpaid, and I say, yes, he is overpaid. Vastly. But in context. Based on pure talent and pure talent alone, Andrew Wiggins deserves every penny of that contract. But because of his motive, because of his work ethic, well, maybe not work ethic. I'm not going to go that far. I don't know what his work ethic is. I'm not there, so I can't really speak on that. But his motive and his inability to improve his game and be inefficient in scoring, it makes him one of the most overpaid players in the last 10 years, arguably. I hope the best for Andrew Wiggins. I hope he bounces back the next season and proves me wrong and proves everyone wrong, all his doubters. Because I think he's that talented. But will he put it all together? That's a question for another day. For next season. He's on thin ice. He's on right now. A lot of people already consider him a bust. Is he the biggest bust? No, far from that. His career is better than a lot of people's. A lot of people enter the NBA. And it's far from what could have happened. It could be much worse. But at the same time, considering his talent, considering the expectations, and considering his world-class athleticism, he has been very disappointing, and he's been a bust so far. Maybe he'll bounce back. Maybe he will. But until then, that's all I got. Maybe Andrew Wiggins can develop like Chauncey Billups did and bounce back. And we've seen late bloomers as well. Steve Nash, Kyle Lowry, Kawhi Leonard, but they weren't given the opportunities that a guy like Andrew Wiggins has been given. And I find it hard for him to bounce back. I hope he does. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. I know this last part was a bit rambly, and I apologize for that, but I just had a lot of feelings, a lot of pauses, I'm sorry, but it is what it is, and I'm working on improving my videos.